India and Pakistan finally started duking it out. Started off with India dropping bombs over on Pakistan, followed up by Pakistan now reportedly firing at India with artillery. Welcome on over to another episode of the Speak the Truth podcast. I'm your host, Matt Tardio. First, we're going to kick this off with an announcement by Donald Trump and the Houthis' response when it came to a ceasefire agreement for the Red Sea.
We had some very good news last night. The Houthis have announced that they are not, or they've announced to us at least, that they don't want to fight anymore. They just don't want to fight. And we will honor that. And we will stop the bombings. And they have capitulated. But more importantly, we will take their word. They say they will not be blowing up ships anymore. And that's what the purpose of what we were doing. So that's just news. We just found out about that. So I think that's very, very positive.
I don't trust him at all. Donald Trump says that the Houthis aren't going to be attacking ships in the Red Sea. Let's go over and check and see what their spokesperson had to say about all that, shall we? I'm just going to assume that none of you guys speak squiggly, so allow me to do it for you. We'll just start by translating his post. America stops its aggression on Yemen. Yemen remains steadfast in its position on Gaza. The one who retreated is America. No consolation for those who were betting on American raids, as America does not work for mercenaries and Saudi Arabia. America has its own interests and has realized that it is losing the battle. Further, they end up going on to state allegedly that they're going to continue on attacking Israel and supporting their mission over inside Gaza. So if that's the case, then they're probably going to just continue to attack ships in the Red Sea that they think are of Israeli origin, or because they're Jews on board. Let's be perfectly honest. India ended up releasing this statement about the airstrike tonight. They said a little while ago the Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Sindoor, hitting terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan's occupied Jammu and Kashmir, from where terrorist attacks against India have been planned and directed. Altogether, 9 sites have been targeted. Our actions have been focused, measured, and non-escalatory in nature. No Pakistani military facilities have been targeted. India has demonstrated considerable restraint in selection of targets and methods of execution. These steps come in the wake of barbaric Pahalgaram terrorist attacks in which 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen were murdered. We are living up to the commitment that those responsible for this attack will be held accountable. Now, on the 22nd of April, over inside of India, just a few weeks ago, 26 people were murdered by a terrorist group known as the Resistance Front. It's been long accused by India that Pakistan is kind of like supporting them, but Pakistan absolutely denies it. That's why India ended up making the statement in which they made today. They said that they were not striking Pakistani military targets. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the videos of some of the airstrikes that we have that just came out of Pakistan. This video appears like it got captured from several different angles. We're going to take a look at some of them coming up. Listening to those burning in, they don't exactly sound like bombs, but it could just be because of the camera that's recording them. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell every time we see one of these videos. You guys check out this one that ended up getting captured from a dash cam of a driver over inside of Pakistan. That's a big bomb. Do that one more time. This next one appears to be a follow-on video to the first one that we saw. You just had a bunch of people that were kind of like lined up over off the side of the road, and here they are again. Let's give them a watch. Now, India says that it did not target anything but terrorist infrastructure, and these look like they're coming pretty dang close to these people. Looks like a very busy road with everybody kind of standing on the side, but notice how they all have their phones out, suggesting that you just had a bunch of bombs falling back up over here in this side of the screen, and then another one ends up slamming down right up over there on that side. freaking intense that those people just kind of like sit there and they're like, yeah, there's another bomb. Let me get my phone out. We'll see what we can capture. It'll be okay. Life's going to be okay. It's Pakistan, right? Like, yeah, it's just Pakistan. Here's another one coming in. Pretty cool little surveillance video. They ended up capturing it. You can literally see it falling out of the sky on its way in there. This next one is of a few bombs at a distance that ended up raining down over inside Pakistan. Well, whatever India is striking over there, I promise you it ain't happy, and it's going to continue to look unhappy for a very long period of time. This is the only video I have that actually came off the ground so far over inside Pakistan. I'm sure more are going to be released in a little bit. I just want to be able to get you guys this info.
ये नुकसान ये 9 नंबर ये मस्जिद तैयबा मरकज उमर करा के अंदर ये नुकसान है.
Now, there was reports that India had actually bombed a mosque, and I think that's exactly what's going on here in this video and why this video is one of the first ones to come out, because this guy is very concerned that the mosque ended up getting hit. But what do we know about terrorists? Well, they like to hide in religious structures, particularly the radical Islamic terrorists like to hide inside of those structures. I've seen it myself firsthand operating over in Afghanistan and Iraq. These guys like to hide out inside of these dang things because they are technically protected structures under international law, except for the fact when they get used for military purposes like this one likely was. Now, that's kind of sad because they ended up getting hit anyways, but the terrorists don't care because as long as they get a video of a mosque being blown up, it gets them sympathy and support from across their religious community. Jump in and we go over here and take a look at flight radar. We're going to go up over the Middle East. For those of you that are familiar with it, you have Israel right over here. By the way, the Houthis ended up putting up an aerial blockade on Israel. That's not really working out good for them. There's still a lot of aircraft going in and out of there, even though some have chosen to cancel. But over inside of Iran, we also have good looking airspace. However, once we get over to Pakistan, coming right out of Afghanistan, you'll know there is no other planes flying through there. They ended up all sort of pretty much immediately diverting the airspace. And you can see where they're all just kind of like flying in and landing over in India or just skirting down to the south. India released this statement over on Twitter. The Indian Army released a statement over on Twitter saying Pakistan again violates the ceasefire agreement by firing artillery in Bumbir Gali in Poonch Rajari area. Indian Army is responding appropriately in a calibrated manner. So let's hope that they're only shooting artillery back and forth at each other and they're not going to go crazy. This does have the potential to start a major war. Why? Because Pakistan is a nuclear armed state and so is India. And if India is sticking to its words and saying it's only going after the terrorists and it's not going to be attacking Pakistani military, hopefully it does not escalate. But I know Indian forces will defend themselves if the Pakistani military ends up shooting upon them. So stay close, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and follow the channel. I hope you enjoyed this quick update. Peace, love, happiness, and God bless. I'm out of here.